Of all the colourful characters I'd met in Dying Light 2, there was one NPC who really stood out to me, despite only having a very small part in the story. He's kind of a tribute to another small part played in the 1986 Aliens movie, and I'll talk about that connection after we've taken a look at possibly my favourite NPC in Dying Light 2, and his name is Wierzbowski. The first time I met him in the fisheye, I soon realised that he had a sense of humour when he compared the tense meeting upstairs between Jack, Matt, Juan and Ro to Christmas at his family home. He even seemed to give me a little grin during Jack Matt's speech, and as the meeting ends, he seems eager to please Jack Matt but still comes across as a bit of a wise guy in the process, and Ro gets him off the hook by putting him in his place and getting them both out of there. I'd only known Wierzbowski for a minute and I liked him already. The next time we met, he gave me his immunity boosters and even called me bro, proving that he's not just comic relief but a good bloke too. He also shows that he has a softer side when you overhear him defending his crying over a fallen comrade. You also learn after that he has a wife and they're expecting a baby, and alarm bells really should have been ringing by now after being made to care about this guy in such a short time. The whole squad seemed to be like top blokes, to be honest, and despite the reputation of the 404, these guys seemed like a family unit who were there for each other all the way, and again I felt a sense of dread for how the next mission was going to turn out. If you haven't already played Dying Light 2, then there are spoilers ahead here, although this lift scene was given away in the Dying to Know episode 2 months before the game launched, so if you saw that episode then you already know the fate of our squad. What you didn't see in that clip though was probably one of my favourite scenes in the whole story, and certainly one of the most memorable. Wierzbowski just can't resist breaking up the awkward silence with that sense of humour of his, and I'll just let you enjoy the rest of that sequence without me talking all over it.
Hey, you guys want to hear a joke?
No, Wierzbowski. Fuck, please.
I'm begging you. I'll give you my last clean pair of undies if you spare us another one of your jokes.
Keep calm, gentlemen. Wierzbowski. Fuck.
Sorry, boss. Won't say it, Pete.
You're off key, dumbass. It went like this. Whoa. Wierzbowski, recon. Careful, Wierzbowski.
Looks clear.
Yes, sadly, Wierzbowski and the rest of the 404 all perish here. But before he dies, Ro asks Aiden to collect the squad's dog tags so that the men are not forgotten, and it's here that you realise the connection to the classic movie Aliens. When you check out the dog tags, the names Hicks and Hudson are instantly recognisable as two of the Colonial Marines in the movie. They were played by Michael Biehn and the late Bill Paxton, who were arguably the best known members of the squad, but for some reason Techland also chose to pay tribute to the least known member. Originally, when you checked out our boy Wierzbowski's dog tag, you saw that his name was Trevor Wierzbowski, which was also the name of one of the first Marines to die when they entered the colony on LV-426, and his death was very similar to the one done in Dying Light 2, in that he also gets blown up while being attacked by monsters. Wierzbowski in Aliens was a Marine of Polish descent, so I guess it makes sense now why Techland may have included his name among the dog tags despite him being in very few scenes in Aliens or saying a single word of dialogue. He was played by a British actor and stuntman called Trevor Steedman, and he was apparently very popular at alien conventions and became a bit of a cult character. He even had a fan site to honour his bit part in the movie, but sadly he also passed away in 2016. It seems that Techland may have had some sort of copyright complaint by adding this Easter egg though, as unfortunately a recent patch has changed the name on the tag to Trent Wierzbowski, which is a real shame as it kind of spoils this tribute. They also changed Hicks to Heeks for some reason, but strangely seem to have left Hudson's tag unchanged. So Wierzbowski in Dying Light 2 isn't just a funny and memorable character in the game, he's also part of a really cool Easter egg that in my eyes pays tribute to a little known bit part in a classic movie franchise. But do you agree that he's one of the best NPCs in Dying Light 2? Personally, I'd have to go by the fact that I still remembered his short appearance even after completing the story, as aside from the obvious main characters, he was one of the few bit parts that left me feeling like I wanted to see more of him. Most of the side characters were pretty forgettable for me, but this guy was well written and convincingly brought to life by whoever the voice actor was. I couldn't actually find out who voiced him though, so I'm assuming that maybe he was one of those guys who voiced several NPCs for Techland, as he just doesn't seem to be listed anywhere. So let me know in the comments who you think is the best NPC in Dying Light 2. Is it Wierzbowski or did somebody else stand out for you? Also, if you enjoyed the video then please leave a like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.